The Lifetime Achievement Award honours an individual who has made a sustained and invaluable contribution to the understanding of migration or to bettering the lives of new migrants. Sir James Gobbo AC. Tonight, we honour the father of multicultural Australia, a man whose principles have guided our country through decades of migration and who set the foundations for an inclusive Australia. Sir James Gobbo was born in the Melbourne suburb of Carlton to Italian immigrants, Antonio and Regina. James's parents, both from large families with holdings too small to provide a future, foresaw opportunity in the growth of bustling Melbourne. As the Depression struck, the family's ambition faltered and they were forced to move back to Italy. But the attraction of Australia remained strong, and 4 years later in 1938, they set out once again, boarding the Remo for Melbourne. In their luggage was one of Australia's first espresso machines, and in their dreams, the prospect of owning their own restaurant. Soon after their return, this became a reality as proud owners of the St Kilda Grill Rooms. As a young man, academically gifted and a keen reader, Sir James became a Victorian Rhodes Scholar and studied law at Oxford. On return, he was admitted to practice law in 1956 and after a year as a solicitor, went to the bar. Taking silk in 1971, Sir James was appointed as a judge to the Supreme Court of Victoria in 1978 and became Governor of Victoria in 1997. Sir James was bestowed knighthood for services to the community and has received the award of Companion of the Order of Australia for service to the law, multicultural affairs and hospitals. From humble beginnings, Sir James has risen to the highest offices of our land and at each stage drawn upon his position to further our understanding of the needs of new migrants. As a barrister and judge, he's written extensively on the importance of courts to be responsive to the changing demographics of the population they serve and has argued enduringly that interpreters are essential for ensuring access to justice. A founding member of the anti-white Australia movement, Sir James stood at the forefront of a push to abandon assimilation policies in favour of integration. Appointed in the late 70s to the Federal Immigration and Population Council, he actively pushed for resources to improve public understanding of the plight of Indo-Chinese refugees. Chair of Hawke's Advisory Council on Multicultural Affairs, his leadership led to the establishment of Australia's first multicultural policy, a national agenda for multicultural Australia, released in 1989. The national agenda set out to balance rights with responsibilities, opportunities with obligations, and the maintenance of cultural identity with the structures and principles of Australian society. The groundbreaking framework it set remains to this day. Sir James has maintained a long interest in Italian community affairs and is actively involved in COASIT. His current positions include Chairman of the Australian Multicultural Foundation and Patron of the International Specialised Skills Institute, set up to foster a culture of artisanship and craft in Australia. Sir James is married to Shirley Gobbo. Together, they have 5 children and 13 grandchildren.